How far we've...
Maybe he can show Zera how it's done. Zera can't really hack. There's the blade, popped into the backline. Nice little slash and a dash. Oh, and that's a double for Proper. Make that a triple. Make that a quadra kill for Proper.
I can't even lie, that was pretty good. Come. Before we actually start this video, let me ask you a few things. What are good comms? What are bad comms? What does comms even mean? And what are cluttered comms? Well, let's answer the second most important question first. What does comms mean? It's simple. Comms means communication. Communication is one of the most important skills to learn, due to you needing to take in everything. Then pick out the important things and condense it into a few words. Really tough to do. Let me give you an example. If they use Soul Bond, Dagger Ult, and Mag Ult, then your team uses Mag Ult, Star-Lord Ult, and Soul Bond. Here are the Star-Lord here. You see their dagger isn't affected by Soul Bond. If you say dagger isn't bound, that sounds wrong. Let's just say dagger isn't bonded. That also sounds a bit weird, but moving on. Then your mag should realize they can kill the dagger. What do you, the Star-Lord, get out of this thing? It's simple. Your ult isn't wasted. Now for the most important question. What are good comms? Good comms means saying useful information in the least amount of words. For example.
Meg, you have a bubble?
Yes.
I'm going in.
Us against the world.
As you heard, the mag said he had bubble, responding to the dagger. Dagger uses the ult within 5 seconds of asking mag for bubble. Next, it's up to the mag to decide if the bubble is necessary. If they use
Fear Magneto!
or
Maximum Pulse!
then mag should say, stay close, dagger, or don't go far, dagger. If the mag doesn't bubble, you should say why. For example, you're out of my LOS, or you were too far. If they say, I didn't have bubble, and didn't call it out, or if someone walked in front of them, then it's typically on the mag. Wait then, what are bad comms? Bad comms are when you call out non-important things. Some examples being, insert type character here. I'm flanking! Why would you ever say I'm flanking on a character who flanks? It just doesn't make sense. Or when you're on dive, hey, I'm coming back. Or where are you? How did you get there? What? Why would you say these things? I mean, unless, you know, it's not in an intense scenario, but whenever it is, why? Or, here's another one. Ah! Yeah. Or, let's go back to the dagger scenario.
Mag, save a bubble for me.
Okay.
Us against the world. Magneto!
Mag, why didn't you bubble me?
As you heard, the dagger asks for mag to save the bubble for him. Which you don't do. That's not the way you do things around mags, typically. Then, they didn't even say anything and went in. After they went into their entire team, while the mag is ulting, dies, and then blames it on your mag! What the heck, man? You were so far in Narnia that your mag couldn't bubble you in time. That's on you, not your mag. Wait, aren't those basically what cluttered comms are? Well, Cluttered comms are when you just call everything out. For example, they use Soulbond, Nemoral, and Maggle. Your team uses Emma, Dagger, and Bucky. You're the Bucky. Your Dagger is panicking like this.
Ah! What the f? Help me! Help me!
Meanwhile, your thing is just saying, "Don't worry, I got you." Or as Penny Parker, you call out every stun, everything you do. Or when the other team uses any ability on a less than 15-second cooldown. Like whenever Emma uses her shield. Or her, I forgot the ability name, but it was the deployable. Not the shield, but the other deployable. Anyway, or just anything in general. Now, where did I come from? What is my gaming background? Why should I even have a say in this topic? Well, I come from Fortnite and Overwatch. Now, before you click off, take a listen to these comms and tell me what they mean.
Where? They're running.
Money.
We should down here, they're down here. I'm pop big, you can go if you want.
Pop big as well. We should key him though.
Okay, pulse forward, just so you know.
What the f?
Oh, here, just run at this kid.
Y'all got that.
Now, let me tell you what they meant. To an outsider, you probably don't know what any of this means. So I'll explain it for you. If you already know what all this means, skip to this time. Poyo, stop running. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I heard start and stop running. But it was stop running due to Poyo needing an upgraded shotgun, which was on the floor. Peter's saying "I'm on you" is so Cold does not freak out about somebody being in his box that he did not see. Cold is the IGL/team leader and shot caller. When he said, "We shoot down here," that means he wanted the team to shoot a build that was off screen. Cold saying "I'm popping a big, go if you want" means two things. One, he is popping a 50 pot or a big shield, / big shield. And he will catch up with the team if they leave. Peter saying "I'm popping a big as well," and we should go key them means one, he is also popping a big shield, and two, he is recommending the team to rush someone. Cold saying "K, pulls far, so you know," means he acknowledged Peter, and he was saying that the storm was pulling on the opposite side of the safe circle, so they have to travel all the way to the other side to stay in the game. Peter's saying "what the dolphin" was just a reaction, so I'm not going to go in detail for that. But Cold saying "oh, they're still here, let's rush these kids" indicates that they were hidden there for a long amount of time, and that Cold wants their entire team to just rush them and obliterate them. Finally, Peter saying "y'all got this" tells the team that he is no longer rushing with them. I hope that was a good explanation of everything, and back to the video. In Fortnite, you have to keep track of, and I'm not joking, 5 different things as a solo at the same time. You have to keep track of the person you're fighting, watching out for third parties, how many materials and how much ammo you have, where and when the storm is moving, your health and heals / consumables. When you have a team, you have 5 to 10 things to keep track of. 5 of them being the same as solo, but the other 5 are as follows. Keeping track of your teammates' positions, 2 through 4, your teammates' resources, heals, mats, health, and ammo, which one of those is displayed in the top left. The teams around you and your team, if your team is under fire or if they are rushing something. Now, what does that have to do with comms? Well, in Fortnite, you say how many are on you. If you are under attack, that is. AKA, 1 on me, 2 on me, 3 on me, or 4 on me. If you need mats, you say, I need mats. If you are low health, then say, I need heals. If you are rushing someone, say, I'm rushing these kids. When you do this, you relieve the others from having to track 4 things that are on different parts of their screen, other than mats and ammo. This is relevant with rivals as well. It's a team game after all, not a solo battle royale. When you call out things that are helpful, then you relieve everyone of the pressure. For example, a support has to keep watch on their other support, then their tank, then the DPS, and the divers, and the same can be said for tank. Because on tank, you need to keep track of where your supports are. If you're in LOS, where the divers are, if you can take space, if you need to give space, and where your DPS are, / if they have the space to play the game, which it is applied for DPS as well. On DPS, you have to keep track of where your supports and tanks are going. Well, are going at all times. Where their DPS are. Where their divers are. If you are within the LOS of your supports. And what your team needs. For example, if you don't have a hit scan and they have a Human Torch or an Iron Man that is running the lobby, or maybe a Storm, just go hello. Easy. Finally, how can you make good comms? If you decide to use them, that is. Try calling out key abilities or where people are. But wording is very, very important. Some key abilities include Magneto's bubble, both your team and the enemy teams, Strange's shield, which takes about 10 seconds to regenerate fully, Venom's E, aka his shield where he can gain 1000 HP, and if you call out any of these, that means their respective character is killable. That is, unless they are using it currently. If you're on dive, then try some of these. Thing, no shift, or thing, no slam. Call out when their supports are looking at you. Or try coordinating with your teammates. Playing as a team is better than solo after all. Though, if you are on support, you should say when someone is in the backline. But I will say, everybody cannot look at you. I'm sorry. But if you are in the backline, playing support, and you're playing Luna Snow, all 5 of your teammates cannot look back at you. At least one tank has to stay in the front line. At least one DPS has to still be shooting people. If everybody turns around and looks at you to help you out, it's not going to be good. The enemy team will just infiltrate you almost instantly. and just kill everybody. Some examples being, insert dive character on me. Can be any dive character at all. Just say their name and on me. Backline needs help, etc. If you're playing one of these characters with a bailout ability / key item, then call out when you use it. The most notorious examples being, I used Bubble on Mag. I used Soulbond on Adam Warlock. Or I'm portaling. My final tip is don't tilt your teammates. And don't say GG until the game's over, because it's never over till it's over. Once the clock hits 0 and overtime is done, the game is over. Until that, it ain't GG's. But wait, there's more! I think it's high time to talk about toxicity. When you are online, you tend to be more toxic than if you were IRL, aka in person. Yes, I might be a bit toxic, but I do something simple to negate this. I mute my mic. You might ask yourself, but why don't you flame them? Well, if you do it once, you won't be able to stop. Oh, and this is my favorite quote from someone I've seen myself. You have to flame people so they get better. I laughed so hard after he said that my cheeks got sore for the rest of the night. Now, did I laugh on mic? Absolutely not. Though, it does have some truth to it. If you are never told to stop doing something, you will just keep banging your head against the wall. Though it has some truth, it is filled with lies. If you are told you suck at this game over and over and over and over again, you'll never get better. Due to a mental roadblock. Roadblock being, I'm bad at this game. So what's the point in trying? When you're on mic flaming someone, you're just making their day worse. For what? A nanosecond of joy? Yes? That's all you get. Less than a second of joy. But I'm not saying you should never flame your team. But don't be like these numbskulls. Be better than them. Because if you're better than them, they're just gonna hate. And haters are gonna hate, no matter what. Man, that was a long one. Well, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like it, how about telling me? By liking the video, commenting, or subscribing to my channel. Alright, see you in the next one. Peace.